Hey guys, it's Shannon. I'm here today working on my digital journal, which is a magazine-y looking thing that I'm working on this year. So this is my main memory keeping project for 2022, and my aim was to put all of the little digital bits and pieces that I'm working on into one book. So I've shared in the last video how that's looking in Blurb, so what the actual book is looking like. And it's just a mix of scrapbook pages, notes, photos, ridiculous things, memes, stuff from the internet, stuff from my life. So I'm really enjoying just putting a bit of everything into this book. Usually, so it's Friday morning here. I'm pretty up to date with this book in terms of chronology. So it's turning into quite a chronological look at my life, but I don't force it that way. It's just I like to go back and look at the week before's photos. So from looking back into my photographs and my camera roll, I already know that I want to document my plant, and I want to talk about Brett getting COVID. He got COVID of this week, and also a project I'm doing, which is listening to Rolling Stone's greatest 500 albums of all time. I'm doing a project just on my own of listening to each of those albums. So I want to document that. So I've got a couple of things. Let's have a look in the photo bin. I've got a few photos here of things that have been happening that I wanted to include, and a couple of bits and pieces there. I don't know why I've got that one open. I'll get rid of that. So for this one, I wanted to talk about the Rolling Stones. So what I'm just going to do is go into Google Images. I think it's called the Greatest 500 album. Yeah. So I just want some kind of image from that if I can find something good. Always choose large when you're getting internet images, just for a better thing. So I think this one would work well. So I'm going to click up on that and just drag that in to Photoshop. Oh, why is it so tiny? Sometimes it takes a while for it to kind of fully get up to speed. Yeah, that's better. So I'm going to drag that in. And I'm just going to pop that. I'm using these guides. So I've got these blue guides are kind of just telling me where my edging is. Because this is going to be a book, I'm trying to be a bit conservative about, leaving some white space on the end so I don't get cut offs. But this blue line, I might just kind of put it under here like this. Put it up to there. Now, I'm a bit fussy about things, and see how there's this black line. I don't like it, so I'm just going to trim it off. So all I need to do is be on that layer and do that. I don't know, things like this annoy me. Oh, okay. Here we go. Just that'll do. I don't know why that little black kind of thing was irritating me. All right, so I'm going to use, this is my Mogla Medium font that I use. This is how you spell it, Moggla. I'm using this for titles in this book. And so I'm just cutting and pasting, and I just want to say Rolling Stone Music Challenge. I don't know why it's centered, but that's okay. So I just want to use that. Then I'm going to type in the story of the music challenge, which I won't bore you with, so I will just add that now. Nobody wants to watch me type. Okay, so I have got my journaling in there. I'm using this typewriter condensed for all the journaling in this book. I love this. I've just shared on my blog too a post about my favorite fonts and why I love them. But this one I love because you can go... I'll scooch it in a bit for you. You can go, it's tiny, it's clean, and you can fit a lot of words in a small space with this one and still be quite legible. So that is that. If you want to see the journaling, I've just said I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos by the artist Fran Meneses, who I recommend. I just love watching artists in their natural habitats making art and talking about their life. That's one of my new kind of found pleasures from YouTube. So one of the things that she was doing was listening to the 500 greatest albums of all time. And I'm into music, I collect records, and I thought, is there a more perfect challenge for me? I think not. So apparently, you know, it's a thing. A lot of people do it. So I thought I would just go and do that as well. So I've said that my rules, I have to begin at number 15. I've got to listen in order of the countdown, except I caveated that because the other day I was up to Iggy Pop and Black Flag, and they're quite loud punk kind of music, and I didn't want to have that blaring in the office, and I thought it doesn't do it justice to listen to Black Flag kind of softly in the office, you know, while people are coming and going. So if it's a super sort of loud one, I will save it for home. So I did swap the order out a little bit, you know, so there you go. I can't skip albums, I'm not allowed to skip tracks, and I have to listen to it in the correct order. I don't know if you care about any of this, but that's what I'm doing, and I'm using the 2020 list, and I think it's really fun. It's just like you're going from things like Harry Styles to Linda Ronstadt to Muddy Waters and then to Black Flag, and it's just a really good way to listen to a lot of music. But anyway, I digress, as I do when I get to music. So that's just going to be that bit. You can see I've got my guides on. So this one just tells me that's the split of the book. This is the edging. This is the center of each page. I don't kind of see those anymore. I can work around them. You can turn them off. You know, you just go and view your guides on and off if they bother you, which I'm sure they do to some people. All right, so now I just wanted to add some kind of music-y thing. So I'm going down into my Lightroom, into my scrapbooking. So I have everything scrapbooking in a thing called scrapbooking here. And I just wanted to go Command F, just let it go, wake itself up. And I'm going to type in headphones and see what's there. Okay, so I think these are from the Ali Edwards Listen story kit. And then I've got this set of headphones that I've drawn myself. So, you know, I have a digital shop, I have stickers and stamps in there, and I think this might be something I've either added or it's for a future thing. So I'm going to pop that, hang on. I've dragged it from Lightroom to Lightroom, which I do sometimes. So I'm dragging it down to my icon for Photoshop Elements, and there it is. So I'm going to bring this in. I don't want it that large. I just want something, you know, I'm trying to do a little bit of embellishing in this project. Wait, I've selected that and that. Probably something like that size. And obviously I want it above, so it's kind of there. And we might have it there. So there we go. I might put a stroke on that because I think it'll just give it, what do we do, 20? If you put a stroke on something, now that's a bit much. Edit, stroke, I might just do 10. If you put a stroke on something, it kind of makes it much more sticker looking, as you can see there. So all I've done is gone edit, stroke, and I want white, and I've given it 10 pixels. So that makes it much more stickery, and I'm going to pop it there like that. So there we go, a tiny bit of embellishing. So I wanted to tell the story of my husband having COVID. I don't have photographs or anything from that, but I just wanted to mention it. So I went, let's have a look. So I'm just looking for something, today's story, like something I like using in this book, little journaling spots and things like that. So I've got quite a bit of stuff. This might do. So what's this? This is Ali Edwards' Today's Story. I'm not sure where this comes from. I think it's actually from her hybrid class or something like that. I have all of Ali's story kits probably from the first 2 years digitally that she offered them. I haven't had them in the last year because I've got a lot of stuff here on my hard drive. So I was trying to use what I have. And the beauty of Ali's stuff is that it's so, you can just use it constantly. It doesn't go out of date. And all of the themes, you know, can spread across different stories. But I'm going to use this. I think it's just a journal card there, but there I can see is the exact kind of thing I want. All I want is this. I just want to tell a really simple story of Brett. So everyone in my family has had COVID but me. So I'm feeling still really smug about it, to be honest. So I want to use a different text. I'm just going to say, Brett Okay, I'm using in this also Oceanside and the script, pitch script. I always say it the wrong way around. Just as a little kind of defining font. So I've got my heading font, I've got my journaling font, and I've just got this one because, you know, it's one. So I'm just going to say, Brett woke up with a sore throat yesterday and we got the positive COVID. Hang on, let's scooch that down. I can't talk and I can't type at the same time. We know that from New South Wales Health at 10 p.m. So that's all I need to say. I mean, I've written a bit more when my kids had COVID. There's nothing to say. You know, he was sick. He recovered. He stayed home. He did what he needed to do. I'm going to put that there. So Brett woke up with a sore throat yesterday. So now I've just got this gap here. So I want to pop something in there, you know, like, let's have a look. What have I got? So I know Ali has story kits. She has one called Tough, which I always seem to go to when a story is, you know, not all light and joy, which a lot of stories are. So I've got Tough, I've got Strong, maybe Sigh. Sigh says it like, you know, COVID's here again. I like this little stamp look, so I'm going to bring that in. I might just kind of make it the same. I'm just going to play around with size of this. What I need to do too is, where's the story? Okay, I need to link my Brett story and my today's story thing so I can move them independently. And then I might try and make this. I quite like having really big titles in my things. So I put that down like this. And then I put this and make it slightly smaller perhaps. There we go. Okie doke. There we are. So then all I've got, I think this is pretty much done for this side. I've got this tape I haven't used. What if I just stick it under the challenge there? Something like that. I'll see how that looks, just to give it cohesion. I'm going to pop that under everything so it's kind of right underneath. Something like that, and I'm happy with that left side. Okay, so now I've got the right side. I wanted to share this plant photograph, so move some stuff out of the way. I have this crazy kind of plant. We've had this huge agave, I think they're called. I probably don't even have that right. In our backyard. It's gigantic. And then this thing just started growing out of it, and we kept joking that we would find the dog missing because the plant ate her. But there we go. So I just wanted to pop that in for posterity there. Might drop that down a little bit. I don't really need to say much. I just want to say, you know, look at this crazy plant. So I might do that with some kind of label or something like that, which I use a lot of. So in my own Scrapbooking Shannon Pages products, last year, every month I created these little sampler kits. These are what they look like. So they were just little kits. They're still available, and they just had 12 pieces in them, and they were designed to build up your stash, you know, so you have just a bit of everything. But I'm finding them perfect for this project because they're just the stickers and silly bits of things that I like, and they're the kinds of things I would want to put in my project. So I know I have tons of these kind of things. So I don't, where I can just put something in. So let's have a look. So there's obviously nothing about a giant killer plant, but what I might just use is this because I like this color. I'm going to drag this over. And when you have labels and things like this, you can just So I'm going to take the color picker. I'm going to pick the color, which is that. I'm going to get my pencil tool over here. I'm just going to write over the top. So you can just personalize everything, obviously. Then I'm going to grab the text tool and just write, obviously I don't want it the same color because it's going to come out. And I just want something a bit bolder, so I'm going to just go with, what have we got? Maybe an Avenir Next Heavy. And then I might make that bigger than 10. So what do we got? 14. Maybe like that. Oh, I'll just go lowercase and then I'll just do that. So there we go. So we've just created our own sticker. What I normally do for things like that is just make sure I lock them together. So, oh, not right now because I want the lettering to be in line with that. Are we? Yeah. So now I'll lock them together. That way, when you lock things together, it just means, not that. It's not my day here. Yeah, that I can move things and they all move together. So I'm just going to pop that there. I want to use this same text, so I just go Command J to copy it. See, it's not my day. Okay. They're locked together, that's why. So I Command J that, and then I can just use that. And I just want to say, is our plant going to kill us with this new development? I'm going to make that left. I can, what have we got here? So I'm going to obviously, I might disconnect my and now I can just stretch without ruining the word. Just maybe like that. Maybe a bit more. I like my words to have some space and breathing room around them. I hate things too cramped. So I'm going to actually even give this a little, I know this seems so insignificant. I don't know what the tracking is doing there. Okay. That makes me happier. So all I've said is our plant going to kill us with this new development, which is a question. And then I also wanted to add J. I call this our Flintstones plant because it just looks like out of the Flintstones, doesn't it? Okay, so that's all I want to say. You know, we're here for the hard-hitting news and the heartfelt stories here. So that's what we're here for, about the killer plant. I saved here, I am a patron of Life Love Paper. I always want to say Live Love Love. Life Love Paper, Tina, who makes amazing paper and digital products. And I subscribe to her Patreon because I like to support people who are doing cool things. And I just want to use this basically as a little background. I might make this a bit larger. We've got quite a lot of room and I don't really have any other plans for this area. So let's just do that until I can't see it. Then I'm going to move my Flintstones plant. I know I'm fine because even though I've got this line, that really is a conservative line. So that's giving us quite a lot of space there. This might go up a bit. And you can see I've taken all my links off so everything's moving, which is why we like to link things in the first place. I think that is okay. Now I've got this gap up in here. What I often do is I love to include song lyrics in my random pages. And just before the radio was playing, Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now, which is from the brilliant Gypped at the Academy Awards film Mannequin. So I just hand wrote some lyrics for fun, which is what I often do. And I'm just going to pop them in here because why not? And that just gives me something to pop in that space. I might just put it over there because, you know, I don't want to create two kind of matchy thing. I'm going to shrink this down a little bit to give me some room. What I might do is just kind of move all of this over a little. This I'm happy with. Let's just link it up again. No, what's that one? I've got that, I've got that, and the plant. It's going to slightly move that, and I think I'm happy with this. I'll fiddle around with this more, as you know I always do, but that's pretty much a spread. So that kind of says, oh, we better move this over. Says what I wanted to say for this particular 2-3 stories there. I'll just quickly show you in Procreate. When you handwrite something in Procreate, just take your background layer off so you get this transparent background. And because I'm on a Mac, I can just airdrop it to myself. But I just basically share it as a PNG. And it means that you can, you know, this becomes something you can put on top of photographs or, you know, anywhere. And I think it's a great way to get your handwriting into your projects, especially if you are digital like me. So there we go, one spread done. Next spread is Mother's Day weekend, so Sunday the 8th, which was last weekend. What I wanted to put here is this photograph just of our backyard because the sky was amazing. You'll see here that good morning has popped up. That must have been underneath from a previous one. Again, I'm starting with an old thing that has bits and pieces on there. So I kind of leave all that and see if I want to use it. But I'm really happy that that good morning's there because that works perfectly. And I'm just going to size this out a little bit, but I want that to be a full page. We might as well use that taped on the bottom. I'm trying to add more full pages to this book, full page photos, so I'm happy to have that in there. Just as an aside, we have cool, you know, comfy, nice cushions on this thing, so it kind of looks barbaric like that, but it is a cool little seat we have down there. But we just always laugh, my husband and I, when there are those backyard shows and people are, you know, doing backyards with couches and rugs and blankets and things, and we know like you've got to bring it all in. It's nothing is weatherproof, so it's quite funny. But every Friday evening my husband puts everything back out, and every Sunday afternoon it all comes back under the covers. So that is life in the great outdoors. But anyway, I just wanted to have that photo on there. I've done some journaling underneath already. Let's have a look. Just talking about our Mother's Day morning and afternoon. So in the morning, we just had a quiet morning tea out the back with my sister and mum and dad. And then in the afternoon, we went to see Doctor Strange and we had some barbecue. And then we watched Top Gun as family movie night. So that is why under here I have Mr. Tom Cruise. And I'm going to pop him in and do something with him for sure. Explaining to the kids the majesty of 80s Tom Cruise is not to be understated. So, you know, this was peak Tom Cruise in my opinion. So I've got the AM. I'm going to use that because it goes perfectly and I want a PM. So, of course, I'm going to go into my little, let's get out of the photos, go into scrapbooking. And I'm sure there must be a PM that goes with that AM, which I think is a Citrus Twist Digital. So, so many AM, PM things in my stash, which I love. There we go. There's the PM. Of course, there is a PM. So all I want to do with that is drag it over. Oh, not there. Some of these fine things, just expand it a little bit. And I'm going to try and make it similar size. So I want to put a little heading onto this tape. We know we need something. So I'm just going to Command J the Sunday and just call that Mother's Day. I'm just going to put it on top to make sure it's above that tape. And I'm just going to make it a little bit bold because there we go. So I need something here. I'm going to go and find some kind of celebrate or, you know, I don't have a specific Mother's Day things, but I'm sure a celebrate some of my old layouts pop up when I search that have been put into Lightroom, which makes me happy. This will do. Celebrate the good stuff. Drag it in. Pop it about there. I think that is fine. That works well. That's an Ali Edwards, of course. We can tell that. I want to add something about watching here. So let's go back to Lightroom. What have I got watching? I'm sure there's tons of that stuff too. Watching. I might just use this little handwriting, which I think is a Paisley Press. Just want the watching off of it. Go put it up the top, bring that over. Something like that. I also noticed down in Lightroom, in my stuff, I have a set called the 80s. Of course I do. And look, Maverick and Goose. So that has to be used. Then it justifies the whole thing. I'm going to put it there in that little white bit. It looks like it was kind of made for it. Watching there. Cover up Goose too much. Okay, and then I went and cut and pasted some lyrics because that's my thing. I always add in the gaps. And Mighty Wings is my favorite song from the Top Gun soundtrack, which I still have the original record of. And yes, there was a lot of singing on Sunday night when we watched it because it's Mother's Day. So my day, my rules. I'm going to just put Babus New, which is a font I use a lot in here, just for bigger headings. And I'm going to make that quite big. Not that big. 24? Maybe 18. I think that's good. A lot of air guitar as well, as you can imagine. So that's pretty good. It's looking a little bit bland. I think it just needs some color. So I'm going to change the watching. What have we got in color? Oh, I like that one already. I think I've used that for something else. So let's go for that little rosy color. Then I'm going to change the, hang on. I need to use my eyedropper to get that color. I'm going to select that one as well. I'm not going to go around changing everything. I might change this. And I might as well change the heart, which is just sitting here. And put him with Tom. There we go. I think this needs to just go above everything just in case it's blurred out a little. Okay, so that's pretty much done. I've got, sometimes when these little white spaces annoy me, sometimes they don't. Today I might just see, I know I have in my stash, in one of my sets, some ink, which I've used a little bit in this project. Ink splatter, there we just have one. So if I bring that in and I put it into the corner, and I fill also with that same color, and then duplicate that, bring it up, kind of spin it because you don't want identical ink. It's kind of looks a bit false, even though it is false. I think that's good. Make sure the inks are the bottom layer because you don't want them kind of blocking something out. But I think that's okay. So I've got a Mother's Day story. I've got my nice sunshine. And I think that is it. I'll show you one more that I did earlier. And this is basically a layout I did the other day, which I want to pop into this book because that's how I'm printing my layouts now within the pages of all of this. Even if it might seem a little bit different to the rest of the look of the book, I'm not worrying about that. This template is now in my shop if you want to make a page like this. And then I've just added a photo of me looking kind of sad and sorry for myself because I had terrible allergies last week. I'm feeling better this week. I went and saw the allergist, so hopefully the medication is helping. I didn't have COVID. I tested so many times with my husband being sick, but no, I managed to avoid that. So that will be spread 3. So those 3 will be going into the book. You know, this book is a little bit messy. It's nothing kind of mind not, shattering stuff. But I think at the end of the year, when I get the book back, I'm really just going to love it. It's going to be awesome. But anyway, that is it. Some digital scrapbooking today in Photoshop Elements for my 8x10 book. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.